What's up, family? In 2025, the Augusta National introduced a brand new concession item, the Tomato Pie Pocket. This thing was out of this world good, and it took the world by storm. Everybody wanted it, and they sold out on a couple of days. But here is the Barbecue Dad's version of the Tomato Pie Pocket, made famous by the Augusta National. Now, tomato pie is super southern, so that's what makes it perfect for Masters Week and the Augusta National. This makes an amazing dish while you're watching the tournament. It makes me feel like I'm at home when I'm eating a delicious tomato pie. But the first thing we got to do is we got to start caramelizing some onions. So I'm going to use the recteq smokestone griddle behind me. We're going to set this bad boy to high heat, and we're gonna get started on these onions. Now, this tomato pie is super easy. It's not overly complicated. Again, you can get really chefy with these bad boys, but we are not gonna get chefy because we gotta get to watching the boys compete for that green jacket. So a lot of tomato pie recipes call for a yellow onion. I'm a huge fan of using those Vidalia sweet onions, right? Iconically Georgia grown vegetable. So we got our Vidalia onion. Gonna take that outside layer off without wasting any of that delicious inside layer. And like an onion, I also have many layers. And we're just gonna dice this bad boy up. Not too crazily. I'm gonna do a little bit larger, rustic diced, because I really like the texture of that onion in there for me. So we're gonna do like a large dice. Again, don't overthink it. Let me know in the comment section down below how I'm doing this wrong. Make fun of me in the comment section. I like to read it to my kids before we go to bed. Kind of level sets them as people. All right, we'll set these bad boys off to the side really fast. And then we'll get to cutting up our tomatoes. Now, these tomatoes, these are beefsteak tomatoes. These make the perfect tomatoes for tomato pie. You can also use Roma tomatoes, but I absolutely love these large beefsteak tomatoes for this tomato pie. So we'll just cut the top off of these and use as much, don't waste that tomato. Cut these in large chunks. We're gonna squeeze some of that juice out of them. But make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, if you like the content. Ring that notification bell so you know when we post new content. And again, you can use any tomato you like, but I really like these beefsteak tomatoes. We're gonna show you a technique unlike any other. I'm going to take our tomatoes and we're just going to squeeze as much juice and as much moisture out of there as possible. Put it in our colander, okay? Because we really don't want it to be super wet, because it's just going to saturate our pocket. And we're making little pockets out of these. You can make a pie if you wanted to, but we're doing it just like the Augusta National does in their concession stand. And of course, they have these mass-produced off-site by a large company. They don't just make these fresh like you can at your home. Crushing them with your hands also gives it a delicious texture, puts a little love into it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna salt these bad boys in order to get some more of that moisture out, okay? I'll take some salt. Don't worry, can't really over season it. But the salt is also going to help draw out a lot of that moisture, okay? We're going to set this off to the side. Get some of my thrown bamboo paper towels. Clean up my little working area here really fast. Stuff is super absorbent. The reason why it's super absorbent is because during the manufacturing process, they have a lot more pockets that they produce, allowing you to soak up all of that juice easily. I'm gonna go ahead, throw our onions in here, and just let them get to work. This is gonna take a little bit. All right, I've got some garlic, olive oil, roasted garlic, olive oil. Throw in these onions. Help that caramelizing process. Go ahead and shut the lid. Let some of that smoke get absorbed into that bad boy. Now the next thing we got to do is we got to cut up our basil. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a process called chiffonade. I'm getting fancy on you, huh? But chiffonade is essentially stacking these basil leaves on top of each other, rolling them together, and then slicing them in thin slices, okay? So we'll take all of the leaves off of the plant, stack them up on top of each other. What we'll do is we're gonna roll them together like a cigar. Okay. And we're just gonna slice them very thin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a chiffonade. That is not an import car. It's a French culinary technique. Or Italian, maybe. I don't know. Those tomatoes are still sweating. What we need to do now is we need to grate our cheese. So we've got some smoked gouda here. You can use Havarti. You can use any kind of cheese that you like, but I really like this smoked gouda. We need about 2 cups. Watch out, don't get your fingernail. It does hurt, I swear, if you get your fingernail. Then you gotta start all over. You don't want to serve anybody cheese with your fingernail in it. That's looks like 2 cups to me. Cool. Right, those tomatoes you can see are still sweating down, so we're gonna do our mayonnaise next. Got about a little over half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise right there. I'm gonna add some hot sauce to it. Shout out Baron Burton's. This is their everyday hot sauce. Do about a tablespoon or 2 just to give this some depth of flavor. Salt and pepper. And then we're gonna add our cheese to it. We'll mix all this up. Add some nice moisture, creaminess to this dish. Almost looks like pimento cheese, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Pimento cheese is iconically Masters Week. We got a pimento cheese recipe as well. Check it out on our YouTube. Also got an azalea cocktail, bacon wrapped dates. 2025 champion Rory McIlroy's favorite appetizer. All right, I'm gonna taste some of this just a minute. Put a little bit more hot sauce in there. A little bit more pepper. Make sure you taste as you go, everybody. All right, I believe all of our components are now ready for our pie. Let's check on our onions. We'll let these cook a little bit longer. If there's any really big pieces of those tomatoes, you still got opportunity to break them up with your hands. And I like the rusticness of just tearing it with your hands instead of just coming in here and chopping them all up. Again, it adds a layer of love that a lot of folks don't realize that you really need in your cooking. Let's taste one just to make sure. I'm gonna leave my gloves on. our onions are close to being ready. I'm gonna go get a little bowl to put them in really fast. And I can hear those private jets coming in, David. All of those VIPs coming in town for Masters Week. A tradition like any other, unlike any other. Tradition unlike any other. Make sure I say that right, so I can get this video taken down by their legal team. Okay. All right, we've got our main components. We got our tomatoes, we got our basil, we got our onions, and then we got our cheese and mayonnaise mixture, right? So again, we are making little pockets, right? They're kind of like, what would you say they're like? Oh, they're like Hot Pockets, right? Just like a little Hot Pocket, but we're gonna be using our Crimpet pocket crimper, I hope. Oh yeah, perfect size. But before we load these up, I want to get these tortilla shells loosened up, right? You can use any kind of tortilla shells. You can use the spinach ones. You can use the tomato and basil ones. Those would probably be really, really good. But I wanted to keep it kind of simple for this recipe. So we're just going to throw these on the smoke stone just to heat these up and loosen them up a little bit, okay? They're just so much easier to work with when they're not cold. And they actually crimp better with this little device that we're going to use to crimp it. Okay, all right, we've got this nice warm tortilla shell here, okay? And I know if I don't take these off now, I'm going to burn them. Hopefully the radiant heat will loosen those other ones up. But you don't want to cook them to where they're hard, right? You want them to still be nice and loose. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna load this bad boy up. You don't want to load it up too much, right? So we're gonna do a layer of our tomatoes. I'm gonna do a layer of onions. Okay. Some of that basil. And then some of our filling. Try to get it nice and even distribution, right? Okay. All right. And then we'll this bad boy over. And then now let's seal this pocket up. Shout out Crimpet, making this so much easier for us. See what she did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check that out. That pocket is full, son. It ain't going nowhere. Now, I got the recteq bullseye behind me, preheated to 375 degrees, burning some hickory pellets. And then we're just gonna toast this bad boy up real fast. I feel like I can put some more ingredients in there if I wanted to. Just a little bit more, not too much. Again, tomato, delicious caramelized onion, a little bit more onion in this one for me. Okay. Some of that basil, baby. Adding some good flavor. Depth of flavor. And then the filling that gets all ooey gooey and delicious on the inside. And smoked gouda, mayonnaise and hot sauce. Okay. Our pocket over, and let's get to crimping. I think she's crimped. Oh, made in England. Look at that, son. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put those two in the bullseye at 375 degrees. And then I'm gonna put one in the smoke stone. here in just a little bit and toast both sides and see which one comes out to be the winner. But in 2025, the Augusta National introduced the Tomato Pie Pocket to their concession menu, and it did wonders. Really gave a just another layer of delicious food to an already stellar menu. And these bad boys are only like $3. Augusta National is known for having super affordable menu items in their concessions for all the patrons. Crimp it! I gotta say it like that. Crimp it! Every time. And I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, but this is the way I like to do it. I feel like hitting it from both sides is the way to do it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw this one on the smoke stone. 2 on the bullseye, 2 on the smoke stone. I think that's the way to go. This seems like to be a big piece of tomato. I'm gonna break it up. Caramelized onion. The rest of my basil. Enough for like 4 pockets. Seems pretty good to me. And then that filling, baby. Gotta get that filling in there. I'm gonna do all of it. This one's gonna be so gooey. Gotta make sure that it goes over the edges. This one's gonna be the mega crimp it pocket. Oh Lord, this is gonna be a good one. Crimp it! All right. It kind of reminds me of one of those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Oh, I didn't crimp it in there right there. It's gonna ooze out, I bet. It's all right. Woo, Lord, look at that, y'all. Dang. Yeah, I didn't crimp this one too well. I filled it up too much. You guys saw. Don't fill them up too much, or it won't crimp all the way. It turns more into a quesadilla. All right, I didn't crimp these too good, so they came apart. You guys can see. They look more like quesadillas, but that's okay. They look good to me. Let's check on these bad boys. Whew. Really good. Delicious little pockets. These look, so I think this is definitely the way to go on these, is to cook them in the oven or your grill for sure, instead of on the flat top. I feel like the flat top may loosen up this crimpet seal a little bit too much. And then just for color, screw it, I'm gonna put these on just to give them a nice color on the outside, just to finish them off really fast. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love the color of these, but I didn't let them cook to seal in that crimp. Oh yeah. Much better color on the outside right there. And you guys are only going to see one side anyway, so. Wow. Look at those tomato pies, baby. Let me get a nice plate for you, David. These and a nice plate. So these look the best. And then we're gonna slice into this one. Taste it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that tomato pie right there, baby. Don't ooze out on me. All right, all right. We kind of stayed together. I'm gonna try to keep it all together. Oh yeah. A 1,000 times better than the Augusta Nationals. 1,000 times better. Wow. That is simply Southern right there, ladies and gentlemen. Tomato pie pockets on the recteq. You can't go wrong. That should be your main dish for Masters Weeks. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and give me another. I'm starving. Look at that deliciousness. And that tortilla is such a perfect vessel for this because you can actually eat it with your hands. If this was a true pie, what would we be doing? We'd be scooping it out with a fork, right? This is perfect. Oh my God. That's perfect Southern savoriness, if I do say so myself. Man, a Southern boy like Boo Wheatley or Kevin Kisner would die for this right now. This is gonna be on their champions dinner when they win the Masters tournament, guarantee it. Augusta National introduced the tomato pie in 2025 and we made it 1,000 times better. Absolutely amazing. This Southern deliciousness in a pocket. Wow. Make sure you ring that notification bell, hit that red rectangle, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Augusta content, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes.